Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of Iredell-Statesville Schools Ed Talks. Our guests today are two gentlemen from North Iredell High School, Coach David Lewis, the new football coach there at the school and a PE teacher, and the new athletic director, Robert Thompson, affectionately known as Spider Thompson. So gentlemen, good morning, welcome to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Well, great things are happening at North Iredell High School, and so I hear the buzz about some of the changes that you're planning up there, and I commend you for generating that new excitement.
Thank you.
What's on the horizon, athletic-wise, at North Iredell High School?
Well, I'll talk from the overall standpoint. There's a lot of building going on with the Capital Improvements Club. They've built a multiplex building that serves as a locker room and concession stands for the baseball and softball programs. We've got the raffle coming up on April 21st to raise some more money for other things that we got planned. Trying to look into possibly irrigating the practice field so that we can have grass on there full time and make them a whole lot nicer than they are now. So from an overall standpoint, it's going pretty well.
Wonderful. That Capital Improvement Club up there too is phenomenal. They have raised a lot of money for that school, and your facilities up there are among some of the best in the region. It's just a beautiful campus.
What I think is real nice about those is it's truly a community school, and the fact that a lot of those guys on that committee are graduates of the place.
Yes. Typically,
when you have booster clubs or clubs like that, they're typically for and done when their kids graduate. But these guys have come back and have made the school part of our life. So I think that's real special.
Well, I have bought my raffle ticket, and I'm looking forward to the banquet. And they promised me I got the right one this year.
Okay.
So
there you go.
We're looking forward to that.
How many times have you promised that?
Yeah, every year. Every year. Well, Coach Lewis, I know football is your cup of tea, and you've certainly made a great impression up there. I hear good things. What you been working on in the short time you've been there?
The short time, I'd say, I think the first thing we really started looking at was just building relationships with each other. We have not spent very much time on offense or defense or special teams. Everything we've done has been about teamwork, about relationships, about facing adversity, goal setting, and then steps to reach goals.
Right.
We're spending a lot of time on that, and then we're trying to spend as much time as we can in the weight room and just get stronger.
Right.
So,
now, what does summer entail for your program? What will that look like for the kids?
The summer will have basically a 4-morning workout plan. We'll go Monday through Thursday in the mornings, 8 to about 11, 11:30, somewhere in that range. And then I'm big on eliminating excuses. So we're also going to offer 2 makeup days on Mondays and Wednesdays for guys that maybe can't make it in the mornings, or because summers are optional. Summers are optional, but the really good teams, the really good programs in our area are lifting during the summer, are meeting during the summer, and are getting their schemes and things in the summer developed and ready to run there. So
yeah, absolutely.
Some of the things we're doing this spring before we get to summer though, we just finished week number 5 of morning lifting, and we've been averaging 21 young men coming in before school, and I think that's been great. And we're lifting and running and just having a good time. Like I said, it's not really a football thing, it's just a relationship and hard working thing. And that has generated some excitement for a lot of young men that can't make it, because it is a rural school.
Yes.
The transportation is an issue there. I would never set something up where I expect them to come and go and come and go.
Yeah.
Once we've got them there, we're going to work them. But, so it is optional in the mornings, but I was really excited about the turnout for that, and that has been a blessing to me just to see some people come in. It makes me want to work even harder for them.
Yeah.
I do have 2 weight training classes that have a few football players in them, and we're working hard to get more in there for the next year. I've spent a lot of time with guidance, and they're helping me with the young men, making sure we get them scheduled and get them excited about weight training and the importance of that. And also we started a middle school weightlifting program, strength and conditioning program, and that is completely optional. It's been invited. Any middle schooler can come, and there are no high school students allowed to be there, and then we've had 16 yesterday.
That's wonderful.
And that really was a good turnout. We're just doing it from 4 to 5 in the afternoons, and having a good time with it.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. You know, I hear a lot, even at the national level, about concussions and injuries in football and things of that nature. In our school system, we've taken that very, very seriously and do a lot proactively to keep our kids safe. Could you guys talk a little bit about safety and?
I can talk about, from my standpoint, the first thing we do is we follow the state's requirements on the, and I'm not going to say it correctly, but it's the Geffler-Waller. I'm pretty close on that. Geffler-Waller concussion protocols, and that's just explaining to parents and to students, you know, the dangers and risks and symptoms and signs and the steps you follow after a suspected concussion. And I do know that's a hot button topic. But there are a lot of things that you can do to prevent concussions. The three that I'm going to focus on are, number one, strength and conditioning, because when your neck muscles are stronger, when your body is stronger, you are able to withstand certain things that when you're not in good shape, or when you're not in the shape that the person you're playing against, you're more likely to get hurt. And well, that's not just concussions, that's any injury. If you're going up against somebody bigger and stronger than you, you're going to get hurt at some point.
Sure.
The second thing, and probably the most underestimated thing, is hydration. People don't realize how important hydration is into concussion prevention. If you think about your body's made up of 70% water, okay, and then if you're dehydrated, then that percentage is down. Your brain doesn't have as much fluid around it, which means the brain's able to move more. And so when you do have some of these contact injuries or whatever it is, the brain moves. And then if you really want to look at like a jar of jelly, and maybe you shouldn't compare a brain to a jar of jelly, but if you think about a full jar of jelly and you shake it, nothing moves in there. But once you've got about half the jelly out and you shake it, it sloshes up and down, and that's where hydration comes in. If they're hydrated, their brain doesn't move as much, and they're able to help. And then the third thing is mouthpieces. That's one of the other underestimated pieces is, a properly fit mouthpiece helps cushion the shock to the jaw and to that side. So, there are some things that you can do proactively.
Yes.
So
that's a great explanation. I've often thought of athletics. Sure, it's playing a game. It's about winning and losing and all that kind of stuff. But athletics is also one of the best character education programs that we have in the school system. And consistently, when kids are involved in extracurricular activities, particularly athletics, their attendance goes up, their academic performance goes up, their behavior improves. And I know both of you gentlemen are longtime coaches in this school system, and you put a lot of emphasis in running a good, clean program that emphasizes character education. Talk to us a little bit about just your personal philosophies in working with young men.
Well, I think it's not only just the win and losing as you talk about, but it's also teaches life lessons. There's very few things in life as a teenager that you can learn that will help you on life more than athletics does. You've got to deal with other people. You've got to work with other people. You've got to pull your weight. It's just like you would any other type of job. You're going to have downs. You're going to have ups. But being able to deal with those are so important. And I think that's one reason why, if you look through, like you said, the attendance is up, class level, or at least the grades are up typically during athletic seasons. And in some cases, those kids wouldn't be in school at all.
Absolutely.
So I think it does a great job of just the overall growth of teenagers.
Yes.
And it's not just with football, what we're talking about, but everything, every sport.
And Coach Lewis, I know you put a lot of emphasis on personal relationships with kids. So talk to us about your philosophy.
Well, my philosophy on that kind of goes to what we were just talking about. The real thing to me about sports is I know that everybody says it builds character, but to me, sports really just reveal character. A lot of times, especially if you're looking at little leaguers and you look at little league parents, or even some of the parents that might take things a little too serious because they're worried more about a scoreboard, or they want the 10 best players and their son on the field. And sometimes parents get that way. I don't think sports build character unless you're consciously making an effort to develop that character. Otherwise, it's just going to reveal it.
Right.
But many of the things that I do believe in. We're a school. We're a school, and we're there for an education. And I just think that football is a co-curricular activity, not an extracurricular activity. It is part of their education. It is part of their growth and development. And we do spend a lot of time on doing things the right way.
Yes.
I can say this. when you have a mission, when you have something that you know you're working towards, it makes it a whole lot easier to stay focused on that. From my coaching staff, our mission is to love and develop players. And I didn't want a real wordy mission that you can get confused on and you know, put too many, you know, very simple.
Absolutely.
To love and develop players. And if we can do that, everything aims to that, then our coaches are going to be doing the right thing. And then the players' mission, because they have a mission also, their job is to love each other and do their job. Love each other, do your job.
Right.
You know, and when you compare things to that, like, oh, coach, I've got to go this or this, you know,
Yeah.
love each other, do your job. Well, hey, we're having a problem with whatever. Love each other, do your job.
Yeah.
You know, and
Simple
you
but
work
powerful.
it out. Right.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
absolutely. Well, I know you guys have worked together before, and you both are longtime coaches in this school district, worked together at Statesville High School and whatnot. I've heard you say now that your favorite color is red, and
I had to pull back some clothes I had before.
there you go. But how does it feel to be back together and working together as a team?
You start, and I'll finish this one up.
Well, I can say this. I was thrilled when the committee selected Coach Thompson as athletic director.
Yeah.
I just think that not just a football, I've seen his work ethic. I've seen how hard he works in and out of the building. I've seen him put in the extra time.
Yes.
And, you know, and it's not just a football thing. Like I said, he's got football in the fall. He's refereed basketball for years in the winter. He has coached track. I know he's coached baseball in the past. I think he even did some JV basketball at some point. He has done a lot of, he's been involved with a lot of different sports and a lot of different seasons. He's also worked camps for University of North Carolina, summer camps for them for years. So to bring in that wealth of knowledge and that experience, I thought was a huge step in the right direction in the development of our program. And I really appreciate the administration and making that decision.
Jeez, I feel bad now. I'm glad we got David here. David's a up and coming young guy, and that's, I think, more that's what we need at North, some more new blood. I'm liking the fact that I have been there before and sort of know the makeup of the place, and that helps me in that regards. I think it's fun to look at kids' face and see who's possibly their daddy that I had before. I've got about 5 or 6 on the team now that's, yeah, my dad played for you. And I said, well, that's good. But it's been real fun. I told somebody the other day that it seems like they forget all the bad things you got done during your time there the first time, but they remember all the good ones. And it's been fun seeing all the kids that you saw grow up from the time that they were in middle school that now are parents, and how they've developed and their kids have developed. It's pretty much, it's a whole lot of fun.
Yes. Well, guys, I've known both of you a long time, and I'd just like to say that the community there is very fortunate to have men of your caliber there. We're all very excited about the future for you and look forward to seeing how things unfold. And we certainly wish you the very, very best as you you've already begun your duties there, but as you get deeper into those, and best wishes for both of you.
Well, thank you very much.
And thank you for being here.
Yes.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed our show, and if you want more information about the program there at North, feel free to call these gentlemen or go to their website and check out the information there. Thanks again for watching.